Hello, profit takers. It's Victoria here, and we're back to another video. Today, we're going to look at this 33 trade setup and the results from it. We're going to look at the NAS and S&P. Okay. Now, I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize. If my voice kind of gives out. I'm doing my best, pushing through. Oh yeah, we'll talk about this later. Let's get to the charts. All right, guys. So, what's the value of the Profit Takers Alerts Dash Trade Manager? The value here, guys, is for you to be able to analyze a market within seconds, right? So this morning, I did a video. I've never done a video. I do videos in the morning sometimes, but I was definitely looking at NAS and S&P. The market has already turned over, so this update's already here. So we had 4 and we had 3. So what does that mean? And we had max ADR. So looking at NAS, you're probably wondering, okay, how are you using these numbers to determine, this famous 33 trade, right? I'm going to show you. But first, let me scoot this thing over just a tad. Let me delete that. There we go. I want you guys to see how the indicator helps you to quickly scale the market or scan the market and get into scalable trades. Yeah, that's the thing too. So this is our new peak. That's day 1. This is our trend trade, day 2. Boom. Beautiful trade. We got our first break. Day 3, it broke again, broke above. And this was our day 3 reversal. And then we got the continuation in New York. Okay, so the earlier team, they were able to hit this thing down to the low. And then as you can see, we had the initial balance high that has been drawn on here for us. And then we have the initial balance low. Okay, this is Tuesday's trading day. And that just means Monday and Tuesday's the first 2 days I've traded. And that's where we are. Okay, so this is the balance for the week. That's why I have this trailing out to the week as well as this. You're also going to notice that we have the open range from Monday also trailing, right, for the week. Because why? These are major levels that you can trade from. Okay. So Tuesday we had a beautiful reversal and we had a continuation. Now, if you're a Stacy Burke trader, then Wednesday obviously starts over again. It goes from 3 to 1, right? And then it just goes from 1, 2, and 3. Now, however you want to look at it, it's great. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. I'm just going to keep going. Day 4. And then on day 4, right, we had another break. Okay. I forgot to write 2 here. So we had 1, 2, 3. So I'm coming into Thursday and I'm looking, the PTAD is showing 3 breaks. So I know now that, hey, this reversal is here. It's coming, right? So I'm looking to go short automatically off the top. Now, it also shows 4 breaks, and if it gives me that at 4th break, okay, that's extra confirmation. It came up here, it broke above yesterday's high, and it failed. Perfect. Now, I'm just looking to get in. And where am I getting in? You can get in right at yesterday's high, which was here. That's an entry for you. You can get in at the open price or the close price, whichever one of those indicators you're using. That's an entry for you. And where do I get out at? We can get out at the initial balance high, or we can get out at the open range high. Any one of those. And you see how perfect that that worked out, right? How perfect is that? So let's go and look at S&P, because check it out. Remember I said this was 4 and this was 3, right? The markets can be anywhere from 3 to 5 days or even 10 days. I'm looking at these counts, right? And I'm using the max ADR because we had the max showing that it already exceeded, and now it's starting to fall back, and that's now coming down to 2.8. So eventually this thing may, it's too early to tell, but it may go ahead and confirm that we have a new trend, right? We had 3 giant vector candles. This is so funny. I'm on the hour time frame, by the way. We have 3 vector candles going down and 3 vector candles going up. Like, I don't know what they're going to do, but I drew my little trend line here, and I'm like, okay, if this thing here is going to do anything, it's going to go short. And I have my 50% marked here based on a day 2. That's what I normally do on a day 2. I will just measure previous day high and low, and I'll go to 50%. Now, somebody was asking me about, do I always use 50% as the entry? No. Sometimes it works out great. That's the equilibrium. Obviously, sometimes you want to get, the OTE, the optimum trade entry. Let me go from the high to the low. The golden zone, if you will, is the 61.8%, right? So either one of those, I'm looking for price to do something around there, right? It's either going to use this area for support or it's going to use it for resistance, okay? If that does turn out to be a day 2, then heck yeah, that's what we're looking for. Trend trade. Okay, now let's look at S&P. Again, it was 4. Today, when we got to the chart, it was showing 4 and then 2. Now, you're probably wondering, why? Why 2? Let's get to it. All right, so new peak, day 2 trend trade, broke structure, that's 1. Day 3, look, we have equal highs. Okay. We have determined that we're going to, it was equal highs pretty much. If this thing doesn't break beyond 10% of the ADR, then we're not going to count it. And I said, well, let me just keep an eye on it to see if it still works, because, we want this 33 trade, right? This 33 trade is basically 3 days of breaking the highs or the lows and giving you the opportunity to take a reversal trade, which is a scalable trade, as we can see, okay? So this day was a day 0, didn't count. But it was also a day 3 reversal trade for the early birds, right? And it gave us an opportunity in New York to take the long trade from the initial balance. Okay, so day 4, we finally had a break. So we have 1, 2, which was Wednesday. So as I'm coming into the charts today, I'm looking for 3. And it gave it to me. So here is the high. It broke through the high and it failed. And then now we're ready to just get in. All right, where do we get in? You can get in at yesterday's high. Okay, you can get in at the day open price or the closed, whichever one you use. Where's your target? Your target is at the open range, right? That's a target. And then your next target can be yesterday's low, which is right here. And that's it. That's your scalable trade. Isn't that beautiful? That's the 33 trade, guys. So anytime you see the setup, okay, I already showed you what the setup is. You're looking for that third break, right? Or in the case of NAS, you see that it shows 4 breaks and you're like, oh, okay, it went to the high. So this thing clearly failed by the time, news hit, right? It failed. I mean, of course, it did some crazy stop hunting like it always does with news, but nonetheless, this was it. Okay. All right, guys. So now let's get back to my little slide here. I have updated the pricing on the PTAD. We're offering it now for a limited time. It's $25. So we're excited about the new update that's coming. So I wanted to go ahead and just kick this thing off nicely, so you guys can get a chance to try it out. Now you can try it for 7 days for free. But if you want to go ahead and get it now, skip the trial. It's only $25. Cancel at any time. Okay? Cancel anytime. Visit us at ProfitTakersAlerts.com. Ciao for now.